In this next topic, used EV prices, Teslas included, are now facing a 33% price drop. And also they're sitting on lots a lot longer. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Some feedback that I get is that we don't talk about used Teslas more often, but let's just quickly take a look at the used market and really take a look at how I think and how much you should be paying for a used Tesla. But shout out to Inside EVs, they posted this. Used EVs are facing a 33% price drop and are sitting on lots or sitting in inventory for dealers a lot longer. Taking a look at here, we've got all the different used cars year over year at a price drop. But the great website that I like to look at for price drops is actually Car Gurus, where we can see based upon model, based upon brand, what are the price drops and what type of price drop rate are they actually going at. So you could see here for Tesla, Tesla's got a 31% price drop year over year. And the worst offender is the Model S and the Model X at 34 or even almost 35% price drop year over year. And so, of course, all different EVs are dropping a lot in price. But really the thing you have to take a look at between buying a new Tesla and a used Tesla is you got to factor in the $7,500 federal tax credit as long as you as an individual qualify. And on top of that, you should factor in state incentives. Not most states, but there's like 11 or 12 or 13 states out there that have anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 in incentives. So that could stack on to that as well. And then once you do that, after you minus the $7,500, after you minus the state incentive, whether it's $2,000 or not, minus the purchase price of the vehicle, and then of course there's destination fees and all that thing, but about $1,500. That gives you to a price of whatever it might be, and so that's where you want to compare that price versus whatever the used vehicle is in your market. And most likely you're going to find that dealers that are selling Teslas are going to want a lot of money, or maybe even be unrealistic with their pricing, because they might have paid for that inventory early on and might be sitting in that vehicle with too much money, so that they have to sell it for a higher price. So really my strategy when I'm looking for Teslas is I take a look at the Tesla.com used inventory, or I actually really go to like Car Gurus, Auto Trader, and things like that, and even Facebook Marketplace to see if there's any private sellers near me so that I can try and negotiate and work with them to try and get a better price as well. So that's kind of my strategy with shopping for a used vehicle, but you also want to make sure you're getting a decent deal as well. So really I would minus the $7,500 federal tax credit and any state incentives, and also decrease the vehicle by 10% year over year for depreciation. So if it's a 2020, that's almost 3 years old now. So you want to minus 30% off of whatever Tesla is selling a new one for, plus the tax credit and all those things to try and figure out what pricing you should be paying for that vehicle. And more times than not, a new vehicle in this climate is going to be a better deal, especially when you factor in the referral credit, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get 6 months of free supercharging, which is worth about $600, plus 3 months of full self-driving, which is also worth about $600. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, if you're looking for someone to ask some questions about how to get the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate, you can do that at my Patreon link down below in the description. After you join, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. All right, what else we got? Ryan, do you think Model Y refresh is at least 2 years away? Yes, I would say maybe at a minimum 1.6 months away. I've got a Model S on order. I think it makes it by 12/31. I'm in California trying to take advantage of the supercharging transfer deal. Yeah, I would say then maybe try and look at existing inventory that's out there to see if you can try and switch to an inventory one, unless you've got like a specific build or something like that that's pretty fancy. But I imagine there's got to be a build, especially for Model S, maybe even a demo vehicle with some miles, so you can get an extra discount on top of that. Principal, I got a Model X a week ago. I didn't make the 80K, but Tesla workers said if price drops, I will benefit. Let's see. I didn't make the 80. No, unfortunately how it works is the MSRP has to be under 80,000. So it doesn't matter what price you got. It just has to matter what the MSRP was. And basically for Model X, the build has to be, you can choose any color, but you can't have any other options on top of that because that pushes the MSRP above $80,000. So that's how the rules are written for the $7,500 federal tax credit. Ryan, how's inventory looking for the Model Y? Great question. Let's take a look. It's still looking pretty high. It's the mustard line right here, right at the top. It had a slight dip the other day with all the Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals for Tesla, but it does seem to have evened out and almost maybe even calmed down, which is interesting because you're thinking what I'm thinking. It's the end of November where it's supposed to be a hot time with all these deliveries that are be happening this week. And if inventory is starting to stall like this, maybe there will be much more incentives in December. Jordan, thanks for coming in. Do you believe Tesla will turn to unions like the UAW? No comment on that, but thanks for coming in, Jordan. Noah, hey Dennis, I think it's possible retail price will have another major drop like we saw last year. Maybe another 5 to 10 price cut to Model Y. I don't know if they will do more massive price drops on the retail price. I think they should stick to inventory discounts because that's not as bad, I feel like. But MSRP price changes does have like this ripple effect across the nation. Jordan, when do you think the rumored Model 2 will revive in the US and solve America's affordability problem for an affordable new vehicle car? Model 2 is going to be like 2025, maybe 2026, but affordability problem, I'm not sure about that one. I think it's bigger than an affordability problem. I think it's more of like an effort problem of trying to figure out how to figure out EVs, because EVs, it's just not as easy as going to a gas station. And so there's a lot of people out there that just don't have the mental bandwidth to try and figure out how to get into an electric vehicle. And it's not their fault because electric vehicles are different and might not be as easy as going to a gas station. And they might have other things to worry about, like putting groceries on the table or paying mortgage or rent or things like that. So that's my soapbox speech on that. Principal, in order to get a Model X, I didn't make the 80K deadline. Wait, what is that again? Sorry. Chris, also factoring remaining battery and motor warranty when thinking used. Great point, exactly. And also when you shop on Tesla used, you get an extra 1 year of that as well. But I personally would never own a Tesla outside of warranty. But maybe top 60, 70K, but I'd probably get rid of it by then. Say hey, thanks for coming in. Most used Tesla Model Ys are 2021. What was the biggest update on the 2021? I think that was the first year it actually came out, right? Mine was maybe it was 2020, but of course later the better. There was leaps in terms of quality every single year, and then 2022 and 2023. I think 2023 had the suspension upgrades from that. Jaway, when will the best deals come in December? Mid-December, I would say. Maybe even December 1st. Maybe even this Friday. We'll see. Or really, actually, maybe even, because traditionally what happens is Tesla changes prices on Thursday nights, actually. And believe it or not, Thursday night is November 30th. So that actually works right in line. So maybe once the California stores close, which could be at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, which is perfect for East Coast because East Coast will be 12 a.m. by then. Maybe that's what we'll see. More incentives and promotions by this Thursday, Friday-ish. Ryan, if I put my deposit down on Model Y at $47,490 on Wednesday and it drops $46,490 on Friday before I pick it up, will they honor the price I'm locked in at the higher price? Yes, if they change two things here. So if they change inventory prices, like if they start whacking some of these prices lower and lower and lower, then you will not be able to get that same discount. But if they change the MSRP price, like the one on the Tesla website, not inventory price, but the one like if you go to the order page and just place like a normal order, if they change this price right here on this page, then yes, you will get the lower price. They will automatically adjust it, or you can request them to adjust it. roll in. Maybe folks reaching end of warranty. Yeah, that's probably why there's a bunch of 2021s or 2020s in the inventory. Jay, I just bought my Model Y long range today using Navy Federal Credit Union 5.54, but they did not pre-approve. They do not pre-approve. I've heard different, but maybe, I mean, if you just bought it, then you go into the process. Congrats to you on getting 5.45% on that. Principal, I think the 2021 was on the update, the panel glass for less cabin noise. Yeah, that makes sense because ours was a 2021 Tesla Model Y. Jordan, finally, Ron Barron states that the Tesla will quadruple in price by 7 years. Are you bullish? And how much of any stock do you own? So yes, NFA, but we are a Tesla shareholder. We've got plenty of Tesla stock. I'm long on Tesla stock. Maybe quadruple in 7 years, probably. We'll see, but not financial advice at all. And I mean, once you buy the vehicle, once you understand the technology of it, or you just touch it and feel it, then you'll probably realize that you might also want to own some Tesla stock, but of course not any advice. Amazing. If I'm self-employed, do I qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit? Yes, but you got to make above a certain amount to have enough tax liability to offset it with the tax credit. It's about 80K plus. Ryan, do you think Model Y retail prices will fall below 40K earlier 2024 like this year? Ryan, that's a great question because it could. I mean, last year when the prices were dropped massively on the Model Y, they went from $66,000 to $53,000 on January 12th. I don't know if Tesla will. I don't know how deeper Tesla can go, because this is a price history tracking chart of all the different prices for the Model Y. You can see this row right here has all the Model Y long range prices. The lowest price the Model Y was ever before, well, long range was $49,000, and we're already there at the moment. So I'm not sure Tesla could go even further in terms of discounts, but you never know. I mean, we've already got inventory discounts from the Model Y varying at like $2,000 to $3,000 off. Of course, don't forget to stack a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. Definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. But you can see we've already way past that. I mean, you can get a Model Y long range for $46,540. But the difference here is that the interest rates are much different than they were back then. And so I personally think Tesla's going to stop with the discounts. They might do another extra whatever in the December, but next year I think they're going to try and figure out how can they buy this interest rate down to show a better interest rate so that it makes more sense monthly payment wise for most people. But on the topic of monthly payment, definitely hit that subscribe, definitely hit that like button, because in December we're going to do a big giveaway for all of our viewers, all of our subscribers. So thank you to all of you. Plus, we're going to do a giveaway every single week through the month of December for various accessories. But the big giveaway for the whole month, it has everything to do with what we talk about on this channel. We talk about buying a Tesla, getting great monthly payments, getting great leasing payments, and all the different experiences with buying a Tesla. So definitely stay tuned to that giveaway. We're going to be kicking off, I guess, this Friday, because that's December 1st, and we'll give you all the instructions on how to join. But the first one you got to do is definitely hit that subscribe, and then the like button in the comments and everything like that. But stay tuned for that. Noah, if I recall correctly, didn't last year folks that bought in December were upset about the MSRP price cut? Yes, they were. It was tough for sure. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, that's right. Duh, because I made the URL. If you go to change.org, there it is. Yep. Change.org/Tesla refund. We started a petition last year because there's a lot of people that paid these higher prices, and then Tesla went ahead and whacked the price a year, like in January. And I really felt like they should have used this opportunity to give some sort of retro incentive, like full self-driving for a year or free supercharging or something like that, because there was a lot of people pretty upset, and maybe a lot of people that might never buy a Tesla again because of how upset they were. But this was a petition we created, got actually almost 8,000, almost 8,600 signatures out there. But unfortunately, Tesla didn't listen to us. Staying, thanks for coming in. Was there a noticeable ride cost difference between 2023 Model Y suspension update? If you watch some of the videos, yes. but I actually have never been in a 2023 Tesla Model Y yet. Mars, thanks for coming in. Should I buy 2021 Model S Plaid for $68,000 or wait for CES 2024 January for another used Plaid drop? I found a used Plaid for $68,000. I would say no. If you don't need a vehicle right now, you might as well wait. I've seen Model S long ranges as low as like $50,000, I think, but a Plaid, I don't think it's worth it, and especially I don't think it's worth it at $68,000. You might as well wait, because the other thing with Model S and Model X is that they are the first ones to the gate with the model year changeover. We usually see 2024s of those Model S and Model X coming in very quickly. And so when those do come in, that is definitely going to put more pressure on the older ones and maybe even drop the price even more. So you might as well, especially for a used one, you might as well just wait till January or February, even March for that vehicle. Joe Weezy, thanks for coming in. Dennis, I recently test drove a Model 3 and loved it, though I don't plan on get one until next year, March. The salesman mentioned that the $7,500 may not be in 2024. Is that something that may be true? Yes, it seems like Tesla is pushing that it might reduce, but nothing concrete yet. For the Model 3, they're saying Model 3 rear-wheel drive will likely reduce. Model Y, they're not saying anything about in terms of a reduction. So I don't think it's going to go away, but Tesla's going to try and say it's going to go away so that they can get you to take delivery by the end of this year. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.